Live from Asmara, this is ERi-TV English News Broadcast for Saturday evening, May 30. The time is exactly 10:30 p.m. Good evening to you, and let's begin with the top stories. Asmara Marathon 2026 to be held. Number of schools promoted to high school level in Asmara region. India and Russia signed pacts to develop rare earth. And France and Indonesia held discussions on bilateral cooperations. Thank you for joining us. Proceeding with our full reports. Colonel Solomon Siyum, head of follow-up of National Federation and the Olympic and Paralympic Committee at the Commission of Culture and Sports, announced that Asmara Marathon 2026 will be held on 7th June on the streets of Asmara. Colonel Solomon said that the Asmara Marathon will be held for the 7th time and that athletes from 5 countries, namely Eritrea, Kenya, Tanzania, South Sudan, and Uganda, are expected to take part, indicating that 21-kilometer race for female athletes will be organized for the first time. Colonel Solomon said that competitions for disabled citizens and 3-kilometer mass sport event will also be part of Asmara Marathon 2026. Colonel Solomon also said that the East African Half Marathon, which Eritrea is organizing, is officially recognized by International Athletics Confederation, marking a new stage in the development of athletics in the country. Mr. Ephraim Kasete, president of the Athletics Federation of Eritrea, said that the racing route has been measured by the International Athletics Federation and that records will be documented starting from this competition. The number of schools promoted to high school level in the Asmara region has increased by about 65%. The report was made by Mr. Tagle Sembet Zerai, head of secondary school at the Ministry of Education branch in the region, at the meeting conducted with school directors and parents committees. Mr. Tagle Sembet said that the achievement has provided an opportunity for students in remote areas of the region to continue their education. Regarding the progress of education in the first semester, Mr. Tagle Sembet said that as a result of improved student capacity, the passing rate to the next level reached 62%. Mr. Kiflay Ande Mikael, head of the education office in the Asmara region, on his part called for reinforced participation of parents, teachers, and parents committees in developing the teaching and learning process to a higher level. The participants on their part called for the reinforced participation of all stakeholders in developing the teaching and learning process and addressing the shortcomings that schools are facing. Noting that a capable society is built by a capable educational system, Colonel Tasfatzion Girmay, Director General of Social Service in the region, emphasized the importance of reviewing activities and discussing future programs. In the Asmara region, there are 28 high schools providing educational service to about 11,000 students. Eritrean communities in Finland and the US have colorfully celebrated the 35th Independence Day anniversary under the theme Our Resilience, Our Guarantee. At the celebratory event conducted by nationals in Helsinki, Finland, Mr. Robel Aron, chairman of the Eritrean community, said that May 24, Eritrea's Independence Day, was realized through arduous struggle and heavy sacrifices. He called on citizens residing in Finland to fully understand this legacy and strengthen their participation and contribution to national development programs and resilience. The event, in which a number of nationals and invited guests took part, featured a general knowledge competition and cultural and artistic performances. Similarly, at the celebratory programs in Minnesota, US, organized by the Holiday Coordinating Committee and PFDJ and National Union of Eritrean Women Organizations, the mayor of St. Paul and other government officials and representatives of institutions took part and delivered messages of congratulations. Nationals in the U.S. cities of Miami, Tampa, Orlando, and Jackson also colorfully celebrated the 35th Independence Day anniversary under the theme Our Resilience, Our Guarantee, featuring various programs reflecting their attachment to their homeland. Up next is the news from around the world. Stay tuned. India and Russia signed pacts to develop rare earth. The initiative by New Delhi and Moscow aims to develop technologies for making rare earth magnets. India and Russia are collaborating to develop technologies for making rare earth magnets, which are key for industries ranging from electric vehicles to renewable energy. Last week, Russia and India also signed a memorandum of understanding for research and development of technologies for producing permanent magnets. Rare earth magnets are described as unseen foundation of the green economy, being key components in computer hard drives, wind turbines, electric motors, biomedical devices, and other industrial applications. Global interest in rare earth minerals has been rising amid growing trade tensions between Washington and Beijing. China, the world's largest producer of rare earth, has restricted exports in response to U.S. tariffs, sparking supply disruptions for the automotive and other high-tech industries. India's consumption of rare earth permanent magnets is expected to double by 2030. New Delhi imports most of what it needs. New Delhi has been looking to expand its rare earth supply chains. During U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio's India visit earlier this week, New Delhi and Washington formalized a framework for the supply, mining, processing, recycling, and investment in critical minerals and rare earth. French President Emmanuel Macron welcomed Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto, met in Elysee Presidential Palace in Paris. The meeting aimed to enrich cooperation between the two countries on defense, energy, agriculture, and transport, among others, according to a statement by the Elysee. The meeting in the French capital comes exactly 1 year after Macron's visit to Indonesia. Macron said that the partnership between Indonesia and France is more relevant than ever. Macron also said that he would discuss with Subianto the conflict in the Middle East and the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, which has heavily impacted fuel prices in many Asian countries. Stability in the Middle East is crucial and will directly impact global energy conditions and global supply chains. Therefore, peace in the Middle East is our shared interest, Subianto said. Indonesia has recently increased its fuel subsidy budget to shield people from the impact of rising global crude prices. We're about to end our news broadcast, but before we say goodnight, here's the final look at the top stories. Asmara Marathon 2026 to be held. Number of schools promoted to high school level increases. India and Russia sign pacts to develop rare earth. And France and Indonesia held discussions on bilateral cooperations. That's with the news for this session. On behalf of the entire news crew, thank you for watching. I'm Salim Brahane, wishing you a great night.